everyone, I'm Vaishnavi from class 7th, and today we are going to learn the new topic of the SST, which is in the New Kings and Kingdoms. And in that chapter itself, we are going to complete the Tripartite struggle today. So let me share the screen for you all and also to just explain those topic that we left in the previous class. So we have discussed this much things like the big idea. The learning objective of today will be again the learn concept of the new kings and kingdoms and the introduction we have done. And this topic also so coming to the Tripartite struggle and the Gujara Pratiharas we'll do in the next class. In today's session, Tripartite struggle is the main point that we are going to study. So let's focus over this areas. Okay, and so when I discuss these areas, actually the Tripartite struggle, the name in itself is struggle, means we can see the kingdoms had a struggle between themselves. So struggle is the main point of view over here. So here we can see the struggle of those kingdoms, and then because of the struggle, they have many conflicts between each other, and so these conflicts are actually mentioned in the Tripartite struggle, and we also will know that why the name of the Tripartite struggle is named in the in the history. Why was it called like that? So when we talk about the India over there, India has many rivers, right? So starting from the main point of India, that it has a lot of rivers. When we have a lot of rivers, we will have more cultivation, we'll have more economy, we'll have more types of, we can say the polity also will be pretty nice. Because of that quality, what thing will suffer? The kingdom's conflict will suffer a lot because those kingdoms will suffer who are not uh, near those rivers that do more and more we can say the cultivation, and because they are not near the rivers, they will face many issues because they need to have time to conquer the areas to go near the rivers. And why do we actually go near the rivers for external work? So the main thing is that when we go to the rivers, we have a lot of drinking water. We have a lot of water to do our self needs, as we already know that water helps us to in many things. And if water would be not there on earth, there would be many much it would be dry and there would be drought also. So it is important to have a city. It is important to have a village, town, etc near a river. And if you have a country also near a river, it will be pretty nice for the seaside routes, and it will be very nice also for the tradings also, right? In the sea routes, there are sea routes for the for the tradings, and so the trading will also be nice if the river would be very near to the sea coast, right? So the we have actually discussed the river importance right now. Now, in the Tripartite struggle, there was a river importance too. Now, why was that river importance very important? The Kannauj has become the center of all political developments. Now, let us discuss that why it has become it. Because it has become it. It has rivers beside it, and it has also the Kannauj, like it is containing Ganga. It is coming. It is actually containing Yamuna. It has mixture of the Chambal River and the Yamuna River, and they have different types of temples also there that help the people to go over those areas. Like we have the Banaras, in that we have Alag. In that we have a lot of temples, and we have the Son River also that's come from there itself. Now, because of that only we have a conflict, because it is a very big conflict that who will conquer that area, because it has a lot of big cultivation. In a map you will see that area which is actually, or we can say a kingdom which is actually conquering the parts. It starts from a seacoast area. Why it starts from there? Because it wants to trade with other countries, other states. So when it actually trades with the other states, it needs more money also, it needs more cultivation, and economy should be best. So for that only they wanted to actually conquer Kannauj at their time, and that's why it was the all political developments in the North India during a long reign of King Harshvardhana. Harshvardhan was actually the Kannauj was his capital, right? And also he had a long reign over Harsh. He had a long reign over his empire when Kannauj was there with him. So we discussed the river importance, and that we discussed that how rivers are important actually, and that's why Harshvardhan has a long reign of his whole kingdom. Okay, and the next point that is also very big, which is about the Kannauj strategic position. So over here, if we read the para, we see the Kannauj strategic position fostered trade and commerce, and the high fertility of soil encouraged the agriculture growth. If we talk about the agriculture growth, we discussed the river importance actually. In that itself, we discussed that if the soil, the fertility would be nice, agriculture would be already nice, right? So the river should be important for that, and rivers are already there in Kannauj. So over here, it became a strategic position for other kingdoms so that they could rule over that area for high fertility of soil. If I explain this in Hindi, it would mean कि जो फसल, जहाँ की फसल बहुत अच्छे से उग सके, जहाँ की फसल बहुत अच्छे से, बहुत सारे न्यूट्रिएंट्स होते हैं उस सॉइल में, राइट? और जब वही न्यूट्रिएंट्स प्लांट्स को मिलेंगे, वो प्लांट्स क्या होंगे, जल्दी जल्दी बड़े होंगे। बड़े होने की वजह से वहां पे ट्रेड और कमर्स बहुत ज्यादा होगा, और कमर्स की वजह से उस जगह के किंगडम को बहुत ज्यादा मुनाफा, मींस वी कैन से उन्हें बहुत ज्यादा मनी मिलेगा. So in Hindi, this was the explanation of this para. And if we discuss that, therefore, all new kingdoms were equally interested in acquiring control over Kannauj. As I told you, the reason why they were equally interested over there, because there are rivers. Now, if river would not be there in the Hindi Nadi chapter, as we discussed that uh, we discussed one line. Ki, just a second. Yes. So in the Nadi chapter, we actually discussed a line which was known as जिन देशों ने तुमको पाया वे ऊंचे उठे महान बने, सब मिला मगर तुम नहीं मिली तो उजड़े रेगिस्तान बने. इस पैराग्राफ को यहाँ पे भी, यहाँ एसएसटी से लिंक करता है कि जब हमारे देशों में नदियां पाई जाती हैं तो वह ऊंचे उठते हैं. ऊंचे क्यों उठते हैं? क्योंकि सारे उद्योग धंधे और सारे पर्यटन और सारे जितने भी हम चीजें करते हैं वो सारे हमारे पानी पर निर्भर होती हैं. हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी भी हमारी पानी से, डैम्स, बांधों से आती है, राइट? तो जब हम इन सारी चीजों को एक साथ मिला के देखें तो हम ये बोल सकते हैं, जिन देशों ने तुमको पाया वह ऊंचे रेगिस्तान, सॉरी, वह ऊंचे और महान बने, राइट? एंड द सेकेंड लाइन एक्चुअली कंसिस्ट दैट अगर तुम नहीं हो हमारे पास तो हम उजड़े रेगिस्तान बन जाएंगे. तो अगर आप अरब कंट्रीज को देखते हैं, अगर आप अलग रेगिस्तान वाली कंट्रीज को देखते हैं जहाँ पे पेट्रोल, ऑयल और ये सभी मिलता है, अगर उनके पास वो सारी चीजें खत्म हो जाए, अगर ऑयल खत्म हो जाए, उनके पास अगर तेल खत्म हो जाए, तो वह उजड़े रेगिस्तान ही बन जाएंगे. बस वो उनके लिए बस यही माना जाता है कि उनके पास ऑयल है, उनके पास पेट्रोल है जो वो सारे देशों में बांटते हैं. So coming to the topic over here, that if the rivers would not be there, what would happen, right? So over here, this is only telling that equally interested acquiring the control over the Kannauj. Now, I have told you a lot of examples of this topic, and also I have took the Nadi chapter in between also. So let's begin with the next paragraph, which is telling us the beginning of medieval Indian history. Now, in this paragraph, we are mainly going to consider the kingdoms that actually were equally interested over Kannauj. So, as I told you, they were equally interested on acquiring the control over Kannauj. So, and also I have told you why they were interested. And so we have different types of kingdoms, and one of them want to be won the battle, or we can say the struggle, and he had the, we can say, its capital as the Kannauj itself. So the beginning of the medieval Indian history was marked by the long drawn struggle. Means कि जो Indian medieval history है, उसकी जो long drawn struggle को हमने नाम दिया है त्रिपति struggle. और उस struggle में, let's discuss further, struggle among the Gujara Pratihars of Malwa, Rashtrakutas of Deccan, and the Pallas of Bengal to establish their supremacy over Kannauj. इस लाइन का मतलब ये है कि जब हमारा गुजारा प्रतिहारास जो मालवा से आए हैं, राष्ट्रकूटास जो डेक्कन से आए हैं, डेक्कन रीजन से आए हैं, जो पल्लास हैं जो बंगाल से आए हैं, वह सब मीन्स all those kingdoms are actually equally interested in Kannauj, and they wanted to have the supremacy over Kannauj. So that is why when they have the supremacy over Kannauj, this we can say this struggle of these three kingdoms has became the word tripartite struggle for the historians to study this topic. So hope this topic is clear to you, as for today tripartite struggle is our last topic, and then we have the last recapitulation of this topic. So let's do the recapitulation with my screen share. So in today's session, what we did was, the first thing we discussed was about the Kannauj and its fertility. Then we discussed about why kingdoms were equally interested in these areas. And also we discussed the fertility of the soil, which was based on these areas, and the three kingdoms that were struggling to make the supremacy over Kannauj. So we had this was session for today itself, and the next session will continue in the next class. And for today's session, I'm just getting a bye from you all, and thank you for watching my video. And still, we are like now stopping the screen share now. So thank you for watching my video, and actually stay home and stay safe, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel. Bye for today, and actually stay home, stay safe.